Hi Chelsea fans, Chels Daft here, back with another live stream. Hopefully you are all good. Let's get involved, let's get amongst it. Let's talk Chelsea for an hour or so before England play later on. There's nothing happening really apart from transfer speculation. So come and join in. Come and say hello in the chat. Let me know what you want us to talk about. What you want to talk about. I've already seen that Hecati's Flame has said Haaland to Chelsea. I can't see it. Bev. Let's go indeed. Let's go. How are you all doing this evening? Hopefully you're good. Hopefully you're okay. Martin, welcome. Good to see you here, as usual. Welcome to everybody else watching the stream. This is just a general chit-chat about Chelsea for an hour or so. Tom, good to see you, mate. Rio 8, who do you think Chelsea are going to sign like 100%? I have not got a clue. If you saw my video yesterday morning, we're linked with Lukaku. We probably won't get him because he's going to stay at Inter. We're linked with Haaland. We won't get him because probably Man City will get him or somebody else, Real Madrid. And we're linked with, who else are we linked with? Who's the other one? Aguero. He's already in talks with Barcelona, according to Fabrizio Romano. Nicky P, hi. Good to see you. Steve, welcome along. It's just a stream for an hour or so. What else is there to do apart from when England play? Even though that's not exactly going to be riveting, let's just say that. City will take Harry Kane. Maybe. And of course, we're being linked with a return for Eden Hazard. What do you think about that? Is it a good move? Is it a bad move? We are linked with everyone, Martin. You're right. You're spot on. Woodshedder, good to see you, mate. What a delight were you on the bus? Yes, mate. I know exactly what you mean. I'm glad that I can keep you company. Hecati's Flame, yeah, big time. Yeah, so I think the thing is, hello, Tom, how you doing? If Kane's actually going to be on the move, wouldn't be surprised if that left the door open for Haaland for us. Not likely. It isn't likely, unfortunately. I wish it was, but he doesn't want to come to us. He said before we're not a big enough club, didn't he? Nice of him. Kane to City, yeah. Harry Kane to Man City. There's it's a common sort of acknowledgement that if Man City have announced that Aguero will leave this early, before the end of the season, there's already somebody lined up. There's got to be. And I wouldn't be surprised if it is Harry Kane. Imagine Harry Kane going to Man City. Deary me. MCFC, I've no idea where Haaland will go, but I think Man City have got a chance. They've got a chance, definitely. But as the chat is saying, it could be Harry Kane. Would you prefer Harry Kane or would you prefer Haaland? Gennaro, good to see you. Good bad move for the younger players, hoping to continue their growth. Yes. Whatever it is, yes, it would be. Oi, Dale's in. Good to see you, Dale. Thank you for joining. I'm never really sure when I announce things quite late about doing a live stream who's going to come and join in and say hello. So, DJ Sav, what do I make of the Minamino links? We're linked to Minamino, are we? My word. Another Yossi Benayoun, is it? Where do I think Chelsea end up in the Premier League? Hopefully third. Or maybe second. You never know. Depending on how things go. Gabriel Menino. Oh, the promising Brazilian, do you mean? I've seen reports of him. I don't know much about him, I have to say. So, they're all saying that he's better than Kane, apparently. I keep seeing reports saying he's better than Harry Kane. Is he? I don't know much about him, I have to say. But good to see you along in the chat, Dawa. Good to see you, mate. So what do you guys think? What are you thinking at the moment about Chelsea, about England, about the game this weekend, which is going to be another live commentary? West Brom at home. Is it at home? I think it is. Yes, it is, because the first game that we played, we were 3-0 down. How can we forget that? Exactly, Martin. Who is available? That's the problem. Woodshedder. Is he a holding midfielder? I don't know much about. I know we're being linked with someone who's supposed to be better than Harry Kane. I've only seen it briefly today. I work full time, guys, so I've not really kept up to date with a lot of the stuff today. Woodshed, I'm actually really warming up to Lukaku risk free, exactly. With an expectation curse. Akati, Scotland are interesting actually, especially if Gilmore joins their centre midfield. Maybe. Billy Gilmore. Good player, Gilmore. Really good player. Not quite. I don't think he's there yet as far as regular football in the first team this season. Interesting to see if he does get in under Tuchel and he can keep his place. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. I haven't seen anything lately, but is there reports that Mason missed training for Poland today? He missed the training. There's a worry that he might not be playing. Hudson-Odoi only had a slight knock, didn't he? Conte's the worry with a hamstring. Jorginho not bothered because he's not really in the team anyway, because you've got to go with Kovacic and Conte unless there's suspensions involved. Lukaku. You'd have to say that Romelu Lukaku's got a point to prove, isn't he, really? You'd have to imagine. Didn't get a chance properly under Jose Mourinho. And when he come on, there's the times he was played out on the right wing. I remember a game in particular against I think it was Norwich, he was played right wing. But I think out of all three, Lukaku would be the one that we probably could have a chance of signing if he wants to come back and if Inter Milan would do business with Chelsea. So I think Lukaku has got a point to prove as far as playing for Chelsea. Deep state, Haaland over Kane and Lukaku. We don't need any returning comebackers. It's a fair shout. Good shout. Bev, 24 from France. Okay. Werner moving, not happening. Martin, he said. It's come out and it's all just been denied. It was all a ridiculous rumour. Werner for Haaland swap, wasn't it, earlier in the week? Can't see that happening at all. Timo's quite happy here, I think. Give him another season, see how he is next season. Ask them, what job do I work full-time? I work full-time, my normal job. I just do YouTube part-time. I'm hoping I can do YouTube full-time, but that relies on the likes of you guys spreading the word for more subscribers, more views, more money, and then I can quit my job. Viraj, it's frozen. My frame is frozen. It is frozen. It's frozen again. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to restart it. Stay on this stream. Stay on the stream. I'm going to restart it. It keeps doing this. It's a real pain. They go back. My OBS keeps freezing. It's doing my head in. Deep state. I've frozen for over 2 minutes. I'll keep an eye on it. I will keep an eye on it. I think we've moved beyond Lukaku, says MCFC. Fair enough. I think most people probably think you have. My face is frozen. It looks like I've heard bad news. Aguero situation. I'll take Aguero all day long, but I'm not sure he's going to come to us. I think the law of Barcelona, the law of Independiente. A lot of people are putting up articles at the moment or talking about the fact that Aguero has spoken positively about Chelsea in the past. That was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And Dora, great shout. Chelsea ladies, what a result this afternoon. 3-0 away, well, in Budapest against Wolfsburg. Bearing in mind that we've won the first leg 2-1. To go out there and to beat them 3-0. Penny Harder, Kerr and Fran Kirby with the goals again. What a performance from the girls. They're through to the semi-final of the Champions League. Outstanding performance from the girls. Hopefully I won't freeze anymore. I might do. If I do, I'll have to do exactly what I just did. Yeah, Lukaku and Hazard, practically brothers. DJ Sav says, I said our players we signed last season need a full pre-season. For me, our team is more suited for Champions League than Prem. That's why I feel we've got a chance of winning it. Oh, I'm frozen again. Why does this keep freezing? This is annoying. My OBS is playing up. Dear me. Brilliant, isn't it? Too much Stella. I'm not on the Stellas. No, my OBS keeps freezing. I think I need to do an update on it, but something's happening here and it just keeps freezing on me. It's really annoying. So, if anything, I might revert to just whacking it on my phone, going live and using that. So, which won't be good, I know. But I'm just hopefully my OBS will still keep working. Yeah, so thank you, mate. MCFC, appreciate that. Who Let the Ox Out is sort of here, like the video, so it doesn't freeze. It says Mini Ronaldo. Deary me. Don't freeze on me. It might be the computer. It shouldn't be. I'm just hoping that the OBS does not freeze. Turn them on the radio. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so Chelsea don't get Haaland. I think they get a defensive midfield and play Havertz and Abraham next season. That's a good shout. Chelsea's got such a good squad, and don't forget the players that are coming back from being on loan next season. Ampadu, Loftus-Cheek, hopefully Tomori. You know, players such as them coming back in. There'll be a hell of a lot of people that will go, that will get sold, I'll imagine, for a lot of money. Chelsea spent big this summer. I expect Man City to spend big this summer coming, because I think they don't want to be outdone by, I think. We'll be doing live stream phone-in shows. God dear. I'm only a smallish channel. Need to get this streaming sorted out for Saturday for match commentary. And then this time next week, we're building up to the first leg of the Champions League quarter-final against Porto. Being played in Seville. A certain Mr. Giroud likes that ground, doesn't he? Maiola's recent interview with Athletic. I've not read it. What did he say? To be fair, I switch off when Mino Raiola speaks because the geezer's just a cretin. He's just a money-grabbing cretin for me. Baggy, good to see you here, mate. Hopefully I don't freeze again. Mason Mount to go. We've got much more depth than Liverpool. We do. We actually do have much more depth than Liverpool. Raiola's going to get screwed on Donnarumma's next Milan deal. He's going to need a good payout for Haaland. I don't know, Steve, about Mason. He missed training, didn't he? And there's a doubt over him against Poland today. Poland, I'm surprised the game's going ahead. They've got a corona outbreak. A couple of players in their squad has gone out. Real, good to see you, mate. Jameson, score prediction for Porto, 1-0 away. Is he starting Mason Mount? Is the team confirmed? Let's have a look on Twitter. If it is, hold on. While I'm talking to you guys, I'll go live on Twitter. Let's have a look. He is. Mason Mount's fit. Chilwell starts. Reece James on the bench. So Chilwell's in the. So it's Pope, Walker, Chilwell, Rice, Stones, Maguire, Foden, Phillips, Kane, Sterling, Mount. Mason Mount is back. What a player he is, by the way. So yeah, so Reece James is on the bench. But yeah, interesting game, that one. I don't know about Bellingham. Has he played or has he not? Rolly, thank you very much. I appreciate it, Rolly, your comment there about my channel. Thank you. Also, I meant somebody else did that as well. Commented about my channel earlier as well. Arslan, thank you, mate. I do appreciate. If I do pronounce people's names wrong, then I don't mean it personally. It's just me and my me and my pronunciation's shocking. Deary CFCB, thank you. Good to see you here, mate. Hopefully you've subscribed. Good to see some regulars in here. Yeah, I am streaming Saturday. I'm doing live match commentary. Chelsea versus West Bromwich Albion. Thanks, Arslan. Arslan. I've got a guy who works on a night shift called Arslan. Steve, good to see you, mate. Do I think top four's done and dusted? No. No. But hopefully it will be. Think and Act. Mount didn't join practice session yesterday. He shouldn't play today. That's a good shout. What happens if he flares up an injury and he misses this weekend? And no, Martin, it's a lunchtime kickoff Saturday. And I'll tell you what's a concern is that Good Friday, Bank Holiday Friday in the UK, I'm meeting up with my friend in his garden because obviously we can now with up to 6 people, with just the 2 of us, having a few beers. I could be hungover. Live commentary with a hangover. Not great at all, is it? But yeah, so it's 12:30 kickoff, so I'll be here from 12:20, giving you the lowdown, giving you the commentary that you guys all enjoy, which is amazing for me. Indeed, how about giving one of our academy a full pre-season with a senior, someone like Broha, for example? We must have a prospect in there somewhere. I think we've got plenty of them. I think the danger is, if you think about it, and I'll put a video up. If you look on my channel and go back to the summer, I did a video about all these players we were looking to sign. And I said, who out of the academy boys that played a lot last season will be missing out this season? And I said, like, you know, you got Werner in, you got Havertz in, you got Ziyech in, you know, you got other people coming in. So it's literally like, who's going to miss out? But to this point, they haven't. But I think when push comes to shove here, if you think about the games we're playing and how important these games are going to be, you're looking for your big players to stand up, big experienced players. Tuchel will go with experienced Champions League. So you're gonna see what happens when Thiago Silva's rumours to be back this weekend. Will Andreas Christensen drop to the bench, or will he keep his place? And when it comes to Porto, I think he will revert back to type and he will go Rudiger, Silva and Azpilicueta as the 3. Which is real tough, I have to say. Tough on Christensen, who's been outstanding. Batara, welcome along. Good to see you here, mate. Conan, Chelsea's home kit is an absolute fortune. An absolute fortune. And don't buy the match one. It's even worse. I've hardly seen any international football. It just doesn't really bother me. I have to say, I sort of give up with international football. It's just like, I mean, let's be honest. We've had to wait for 10 days, and in that period, we've had to wait for England to play San Marino and Albania. It's like, oh dear. Oh my word. How do I feel about Tammy being linked with West Ham? It's to be expected, isn't it? You got to say. RC, hello from Angola. Good to see you here, mate. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's Tammy has got a lot to do. You have to say, if you think about the performances he's given for Tuchel since Tuchel's been here, I think he's been substituted both times, and he's not really done a lot to impress. So we all know the quality that Tammy's got. Of course we do. We know he's an out-and-out goal scorer, but he needs to do more. And is he going to get a chance between now and the end of the season? That's what the concern is. So you have to think West Ham are interested. Villa, they'll be interested because he played for them, didn't he? A couple of seasons back in the Championship. A pivotal part in their promotion season. Conte and Jorginho 5 injured. Who's partly covering the pivot? Might be Mason Mount. Might drop Mason Mount to there. Play Kai Havertz and Ziyech as number 10s. Adidas kits were way better, Janara. I do agree. Jem, what should we do with Batshuayi? Batshuayi's a goal scorer. Baggy, thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. Appreciate your comments as usual. Thank you for coming to join in. I know, obviously, you drop off and watch the game elsewhere. I appreciate you coming along and say hello, mate. Make sure you support Baggy as well. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Jameson says, in his opinion, Giroud should start for Chelsea. He should. Should start for Chelsea. Mason Mount. Is there a new Chelsea kit? There is. There's rumours next season. Arsenal says he missed the Samsung kit. Blue Clouds, welcome along. Yeah. Edward, can I shout out to Susan Hogan? I can, Susan. Big shout out for you, mate. That's for you, Edward, of course. And for Susan. Couple of shout outs for Susan Hogan. There you go. So, yeah, Batshuayi, Missy Batshuayi. You give him a run of games. Give Batshuayi a run of games, he'll score you goals. Thing is, he's not really done it for Palace, though, is he? When he goes to play with Belgium, he's familiar with all the players he's playing with, like, you know, and he gets played in. Belgium are a fantastic football team, even without Eden Hazard there. Tammy is not a championship player. He's not. No, real. My point is that Villa will want him because he played in the championship with them heading into the Premier League. They know what he can do, and they'll want to take him. I think we should rest Mason Mount West Brom game. Well, if you've got people out injured and missing, you can't. Jordan In says, what do you think about Haaland? I think he's a great player, but I don't think he'll come to Chelsea. He doesn't want to come because he says that we're not a big enough club. And there's rumours that Real Madrid are already trying to get a pre-contract done, if not done already. But look, see how much money he wants a week? Is it £650,000 a week or something? It's going to cost you 154 million this summer. And if you wait for another year, his release fee drops to 62 million or takes, it comes into effect. But imagine how many people are going to try and buy him. Matara, Aguero for a free. Aguero for a free, I'll take all day long. But again, I think Barcelona or Independiente are the ones that he wants. Tom Zola, best player ever for us, or is that me being romantic? Loved Zola. Gianfranco Zola was different class. He's right up there. I think at Chelsea, you have to have a top 5 these days. You've got to have a top 5. Obviously, depending on your age and how long you've been watching Chelsea. So, I mean, the older generation will obviously talk about the likes of Osgood, Greaves. They'll talk Hudson. You know, they'll talk people such as that. For me, you've got to go Lampard, Terry, Drogba, Zola, Hazard. Let's have a look here. Bring Lukaku back. Mini Ronaldo. For players coming out to England, are they supposed to quarantine or not? I'm not sure, you know. I don't think they are. I think they got like an exemption. They're being tested, was it 3 times a week? Steve Batts has had his chance with Chelsea, hasn't taken them. He hasn't, exactly. Thinking that wisely, mate. Haaland's already put a World Cup qualifying, EPL, Haaland in the Bundesliga. Exactly. It's all right going to do it in one league. You come to the Premier League, get found out. Luke, anyone do well for the international break from the squad? I couldn't tell you. I don't watch international football. It's just boring. I actually, because I saw he wants to go to Madrid. Yeah, £600,000 a week. Deary me. Screw Haaland, my opinion, to be honest, such Jorginho was that agent. Yeah, Mino Raiola. You imagine Haaland, the money for Haaland, how much Raiola wants as well. Of course, Tamblin, Martin as well. Crespo, Hernan Crespo. What striker he was. Think of the strikers we've had at this club, by the way. Hazard might need to retire, I know, and that's bad. If we can get a striker, we should get Batchman back. Batchwise up close style is better suited for Tuchel. It is. Yeah, Lewandowski's off for a month and he's out injured. Yeah, Gennaro, that's what he said. Conan says Aguero all day long for him. That's fair enough. Fair enough, mate. No problem. Tom, here's a question as well. I will bias always see Roy Keane praise Isles, but he was better than our own Dennis Wise. I always see Roy Keane praise the high heels, but was he better than our own Dennis Wise? Dennis Wise didn't get the credit that he should have done because he was seen as a winger and then he moved inside as a centre midfielder. And he's as a centre midfielder, he was absolutely brilliant. Akati says Hazard should retire and try the keto diet. It's a bit strong, isn't it? Dixon, Jimmy Hasselbeck, class strikers, they were. Osgood, Cook, Lampard's on the table. Uncle lived in London in the 60s, so Jimmy Greaves. Jimmy Greaves was an outstanding player. If you have a look up on Jimmy Greaves and his record, outstanding player. Aguero would be a bargain. Omar, hello. Yeah, Aguero would be incredible, but he won't come. I don't think he'll come either. Kawami, can Chelsea bring back Costa? I'd love him. I'd love us to bring him back. But will he be the same player? That's the thing. It's all right selling somebody to try and bring him back and expect the same. He was a lot younger back then. Hazard's got too many injury problems. I read a stat the other day. Out of the possible 75 games he could have played for Real Madrid since he signed, he's played 25. I think years of being fouled and kicked in the ankles and that in the Premier League has done him. I saw a report, I don't know if it's true, but I saw something saying that if he had an operation, his career could probably be over. And Real Madrid have asked him not to take the operation. Cheers, Patara. Yes, Tom. Oh, Dennis Wise, he scored a great goal in the San Siro with 10 minutes to go. What a goal that was. What a game that was. Gianluca Vialli in the dugout. Let's be honest, guys. Werner's not going to go so I'm sure if he's going to improve. Not sure if he's going to improve. Okay, fair enough. Wise is the most underrated player in the Premier League history, says Mason Mount and Goat. Sahil, hello. Chelsea can win the FA Cup, just got to beat Man City first. Just Burbooksry, do you think Chelsea really have a chance of signing Haaland? No. No, I don't. Costa wouldn't play, I don't think. It's a good shout. Conan, any update on Lampard? He's been linked with the under-21 job. England. Diego hasn't been the same since he left. He hasn't, has he? Hasn't. But see, Diego Costa had players around him that would feed him and play him, like Fabregas and him. Their relationship was outstanding. He didn't have that at Atletico Madrid, did he? Sahil, thank you. Good to see you here. Gerard, I like strikers who can play centre-backs on their own without help, like Drogba. Haaland looks as type of striker, but so is Lukaku. Naja, who is this guy? I'm me, Chels Daft. Welcome along. Luke, I think we would go with another striker, but if you don't go for Haaland, you miss out on generational talent. It's a good shout, but if a player doesn't want to come, then what's the point of trying to sign him? Yep, Essien's goal against the Arsenal. When he hit that ball, I was in Stamford Bridge that day. When he hit that ball, the echo off his foot, you just knew it was a rocket. Batara, Dennis know it for any of these young players. How do you know we don't have any chance of getting Haaland? Because he said himself Chelsea's not a big enough club. And he's got Mino Raiola as his agent. And if you remember, when Antonio Conte was manager, Conte said to Chelsea, we want Lukaku. Mino Raiola wanted £4 million in his pocket as part of the deal, and Chelsea refused point blank to pay any fee to an agent of that amount of money. Man United come along and said, we'll do that. So they paid $4 million to the agent. Lukaku went to Man United. He was there for a couple of years and he buggered off. We ended up with Morata. So Chelsea won't deal with Raiola. They won't give him the money that he wants. He's just a greedy. He's just ridiculous. Yeah, his agent might be saying something different, Nadja, because he wants money. He wants part of the Lukaku deal or the Haaland deal. So if they're talking about the fact that Haaland's going to be worth, well, they want 150 million, Dortmund, this summer before his release clause kicks in next summer. Raiola wants that, and no one's going to give it to him. Chelsea won't give it to him. Man United won't give it to him. So of course he's going to try and talk up moves to other clubs to try and tout him about. So Raiola's just a cretin, obviously. He's not interested in his player. He's interested in his money, his pocket. Tom, it was a few weeks back. He quoted that Chelsea weren't big enough. When somebody asked him. I really can't. Alex free kick against the Arsenal, yeah, exactly. And Liverpool, don't forget the rocket against Liverpool. Not sure who Lukaku's agent is now. I have to say, not sure. Yeah, see, the thing is, as Martin says there, we might stick with what we've got. Massive investment into an already decent squad or promising squad. You might see a fair few go. You might see one or two come in because I think they always try to freshen things up with at least one or two signings. So you could see Che Adams is doing all right. It's all well and good doing it for Sheffield United, but then when you step up, no disrespect to them. Yeah, Reese's own goal, yeah. John Arne Reese. That was at Anfield as well, wasn't it? Freshman time. Yeah, so I'm not really sure. So let's have a look at one of these again. Youssef El Nesri might be an option. Will there ever be a player like Pippo Inzaghi again? Inzaghi was... Who was Inzaghi similar to, do you think? Striker-wise. Mason, thank you, mate, for coming along. You got game to play. Off your pop. Yeah, Southampton head cutter. Yeah, my bad. Wasn't Sheffield United, Southampton, wasn't it? Jordan in. Would Chelsea not going to pay £600,000 for Haaland? Why on earth would he? What's he on at Dortmund? Why on earth would he be asking for that amount of money unless it's being told by his agent to do so? I guarantee you his agent's in his ear saying, Chelsea perspective, welcome along. Good to see you here, mate. I guarantee you, Raiola's in Haaland's ear saying, you could get this amount of money. This is what you could get, and we could get you sold for 150 million. And I'll take my £10 million in my pocket. Why on earth would Haaland out of the blue ask for 600,000 a week? Ridiculous. Marlon, do I think that Chelsea get Aguero? No. I'd love to see us get him, but I think he's got... I saw a tweet from Fabrizio Romano saying he's already started talks with Barcelona. They're already talking salary. Chelsea and Juve have got other plans, other priorities. So I can't see Aguero coming. What was my most nerve-wracking game watching Chelsea other than Munich or Liverpool 08 or Barca? One of the most nerve-wracking games was Chelsea-Liverpool 2003 when Claudio Ranieri was the manager and we had to beat Liverpool to get into the Champions League. And for the club itself, there was in danger of going bust. That game where Desailly scored a header first at the back post and then Jesper Gronkia from the edge of the box left-footed into the bottom corner. We beat Liverpool 2-1 that day. That was it. I'm not doing England-Poland live streaming, no. I don't really watch the internationals. Indy says every game under Frank. Deary me. Let's not be Frank bashing. Let's focus on the current manager who's doing really well. Needs to adjust sometimes, but doing well. Marlon, I've been a Chelsea fan since 1980 when I was 6. I've been going to Chelsea since I was 6 as well. I used to go to Chelsea back in the day, my word. Chelsea perspective, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have you got anything, question you want to ask or anything you want to say? But I really appreciate it. Super chat. Thank you. Piff, yeah, it's an IPA. IPA, quick little one after work. Balak Javier says, Michael Balak, what player Jimenez and Makelele Lamps at midfield was sick. Chris, thank you. Appreciate your comment. Really do. Chelsea perspective, brilliant. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate the super chat. Thoughts about Porto? I've watched Porto in the last round when they played Juve home, well, away and away. And I have to say, they really impressed me, Porto. So organised, so disciplined. Not really much of a threat up front. But they got players missing, I think, in the first leg. So I think we've got more of a goal threat. We're just as organised. I think it'll be tight. But I'll take it. I will take it. First Chelsea game I watched, God, I can't remember. I think it might have even been Liverpool or something like that back in the day. Poyet, Gus Poyet. If you remember back in the day when we had Gus Poyet, when Gus Poyet left, everyone was going, where are we going to get the goals from midfield from? And then a certain Mr. Lampard turned up. And then the rest is history. Blue Clouds, thank you, mate. Any way we can collaborate for a transfer talk on my channel? Yeah, we can talk about that, no problem. You can get in touch. Get in touch with me, no problem. We can do something. Good amount of hair on my head for my age. I know. I am 46. I'm 47 this year. It's just, I guess I'm lucky. I'm lucky. Akate says France's early 2000s midfielder got me the best ever. Maybe. Thinking that was, I started watching Chelsea and Vialli moved to the Blues, then Zola made you a true blue. Fair play. Marlon, it's underrated for you, some more subs. Thank you, appreciate it. Spread the word for me. Blue Clouds again, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated, along with Chelsea Perspective. Reckon Werner will swap happen? No, it won't be, Chris, I don't think. I think it's just rumour. There's nothing else to talk about apart from the internationals, and everyone's bored of that. Mizanor, hey buddy, I do remember you, mate. How you doing? Rolly, what do you think of Loftus-Cheek and Broha? I think Broha will go out on loan next season. I think Loftus-Cheek needs to do more. He's got to do more, isn't he? Could we see Loftus-Cheek on loan again next season? Unless Jorginho goes, we can implement Loftus-Cheek into our midfield three. Well, Jorginho always talk about going, isn't he? Surprised he's still here. Tom, do you think Haaland will suit our style of play? He would, but he doesn't want to come. Do I remember when we got Robin and Makaleli back then? Iron Robin, what a player he was as well. Robin and Duff. We forget how good that team actually was. Wise, Hasselbank, Good Johnson, Petrescu, Zola, Poye, yeah. Don't forget the fullbacks as well. We had, what's his name? Little Spaniard we got from Barcelona, the fullback. Albert Ferrer, that was it. Chillo, good to see you, mate. Welcome along. Adidans, do I think Mount should be our captain? Long term, I think he will be. France 2000 team v Brazil 2002 versus Spain 2010. Who's the best out of those? God knows. You probably have to say, did Spain do back-to-back World Cup and the Euros like France did? Brazil, great side, obviously. Martin thinks Fulham might buy Loftus-Cheek. Maybe. Batara. Oh, here we go. England under 21s are knocked out of the Euros despite winning 2-1. They had to score. Oh, Croatia scored the 91st minute. So they've gone through on goal difference. England have been knocked out. 21s. Wayne Bridge winner against Arsenal in the Champions League. Brilliant that was. And that was Arsenal, their unbeaten season in the league, if you remember. When he scored that goal. Don't forget Frank Lampard. He scored as well. Zidane wants Mbappe at Real Madrid, not Haaland. Interesting. Euro World Cup Euros. Yeah, it's got to be Spain, isn't it? Chelsea Perspective said he'll take Lukaku over Haaland, given that Lukaku's proven that he can perform in the Premier League. Exactly. Messi or Ronaldo? Oof. Different players. Ronaldo's the more all-round striker, whereas Messi is just unbelievable. So as the more all-round striker, strength, power, aerial ability, you got to go Ronaldo. But with the ball at the feet, you got to go Messi. Andrew, yeah, I do agree with you, mate, about Loftus-Cheek, but I just think he's got to do more because he's got to be scoring more, getting more involved. Indy, I think it's sad Giroud's not younger. I've got the thoughts of him having to leave us. Smile when he scores, exactly. Rylan Clark. Giroud. Giroud is still a great player. Chillo, do you think England will go far in the Euros? What's my thoughts? And do you think if England were coached by a world-class manager, that'd actually be sick? Maybe. He's doing all right, though, isn't he, Southgate? You've got to say. England, let's see how they go. I mean, you can always talk about England having a great side, a great squad, but then they just choke, normally. Wayne Bridge goal, yeah, to break the Arsenal. Yeah, they were. Gennaro says he feels sorry for Loftus-Cheek. That injury stunted his Chelsea career. It did. Messi's got more fitness and more of a team player than Ronaldo. He is. But when it comes to, that's from Chelsea perspective, but when it comes to overall, then you just have to think of aerial ability as well. Messi is just unbelievable player. Ronaldo, here's one for you then. Messi, God-given talent. Ronaldo, God-given talent, but had to work at it over a period of time when Messi was just born with it. Batara, best fullback we've got on loan from Atletico is Philippe Luis. I don't think he was that good. Defensively, I don't think he was great. I thought he was all right. I thought he was probably the most you'd get from him maybe a 7, 7.5 over a season. If Jorginho leaves, does Conor Gallagher have a chance? Maybe Gallagher. That's another one that's got to come back. Has he done enough at West Brom to impress Thomas Tuchel? Will he go on loan for another season? Paul A. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Paul 66A even. Apologies. My bad. Let's buy Messi. Yeah, let's pay his £470 million a season. Ningtat says, can I see Man United winning the league? No. Man City, done and dusted. Do you find it weird on how Southgate plays 2 CDMs and a pivot? I see Southgate as defensive manager. Maybe because of his defensive experience, maybe, and also trying to not get caught. Thing is with England, managing England, you know you're going to get hammered. If you get a bad result, you're going to get slaughtered by the press. Let's have a look here. How many players do we need to win the EPL and Champions League? I think we're enough. I think we could, well, 1 or 2 maybe. 1 or 2 more. The Dubs here in Ireland used to call Ronaldo the Michael Flatley of Premiership with all his dancing step-overs. The pub used to crack up when Man United played, says Gerald. That's a great show. Okay, not much of a chance of anything West Brom side in the Premier League. No time, no space. Exactly. Chelsea perspective yet. Messi, more finesse yet. Martin Patrick Bamford. Porto Chelsea prediction, Charlie. 1-0 on the first leg, Chelsea. Thoughts on Chelsea's kit? Not sure about the yellow on it. Alexis Smertin, great player. Great player. Didn't really get much of a look in. He sort of played. Do you remember what's his name as well? The fullback we had? Or the winger that was converted fullback? Russian, I can't think of his name. It's off the top of my head. Hello, Emahin. Or Emarhien. Hello. Apologies if my pronunciation's awful. Can't help. It's not being me being ignorant. I just... Janara, 3 goals by Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Perfect hat-trick against Tottenham. It's always great to see us score against Tottenham. Conte made us lose Diego Costa. Batare, I don't think he did. I think China and £400,000 a week halfway through the season made Diego Costa turn his head and then lost focus. And I think then it just the falling out of Antonio Conte, that was it. Do we think we can win the Champions League and the FA Cup? We've got to go some, but yes, why not? Why can't we win it? That's from Shillo. Kiyomi, which players would you like to bring to our centre forward this summer? Dear me. I think if Giroud goes, you've got to bring somebody in. I'd like to see Lukaku back. I'd like to see Aguero, but that's not going to happen. I'm not so sure, you know. It's difficult because Tammy can score you goals. Why not bring Batshuayi back as third choice again? Or fight with Tammy and Timo up front? Is that going to be enough to win titles? I'm not sure. Bernie says, tough game coming up against City, but I prefer Chelsea against stiff quality opposition to raise our game. We do. Yes, I do, Mr. Petacek. Ningtat, Akati, DJ, and Arsene Zuri Zerkov. That's him. Remember the screamer he scored? Top corner, Yuri Yarasek. Remember him as well. His debut against Scunthorpe. My most iconic Chelsea player, dearie me. I think you're going to have to look at... It depends what era you're talking about. 50s, 60s, you're looking at Bobby Tamlin. Then 70s, you're looking at Osgood. Then, like, you know, through the 80s and the 90s, you're looking at the likes of Kerry Dixon and you know, and then you look into, you know, people like Gianfranco Zola, of course, Zola, Hullet, Vialli. Then this modern era, Brian Laudrup, Jana Goldbeck. My word, some players we've had here, haven't we? Deary me. What do I think of Andreas Christensen and Tuchel of Tuchel? That's by N Huda 16. I think he's been brilliant. Christensen's been outstanding, arguably our best defender since Thiago Silva's been out. But the problem is, when Thiago Silva's back, I can't see him playing. To think he would go the experience deal with Azpilicueta. Shillo, what do we think? What areas do you think we need to improve? I think we need another defensive midfielder because we only got one natural defensive midfielder, and obviously a centre forward. Maybe another winger. Dixon and Speedy, Kerry Dixon, yeah, David Speedy hated each other off the pitch. Brilliant on it. Bernie, yeah, of course, Tom. I think Drogba's the face of Chelsea now. He's the man from our most famous night. Yeah, good shout. Alan Birchnell as well is another one from the old days. Chelsea Perspective says he agrees with me. FA Cup and Champions League. We've got to go some. Got to be a bit lucky, but who knows? Monster, good to see you. Always love your lives, coach. Can't wait till the next game. Who will we bring in this summer? Much respect from the US. Let's go Blues. Exactly. God knows. I haven't got a clue. I really don't know who we're going to bring in. Clive Wilson, Charlie Cook as well. Peter Barotta, says Arnold, the legendary goalkeeper. Try to message me on Twitter, it won't work. What's the best way to get a hold of you? Chelsea Daft mail at gmail.com. Andy Townsend, Peter Nicholas, Graham Roberts, Mickey Hazard. Mickey Hazard's a name as well. 30 million bid of pay for Brazilian Kimmich. Christensen seems still nervous and holding the ball. Dennis Suarez, what a player. What a player. Shillo, I've been supporting Chelsea for 40 years now. When I was 6. My family was born and bred, originated from 300 yards from the ground. My nan still lives in the same house, 300 yards from the ground. I left the area when I was around 8. Indeed, Bonetti World Cup ruined his rep when he's still in for Banks, yeah. If I put the table for Istanbul for 40,000 of us, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine a Champions League final live stream. God dear. I'll have a heart attack. Ray Wilkins, Butch Wilkins, of course, R.I.P. Ray. What a player he was. What a gentleman, by the way. Met him in person. Called me young man. How do we... Veron. Sebastian Veron. There's another one. Bit of a showpiece signing, wasn't he, really, if you think about it? He did well. Norwich City FIFA 29. Thoughts on Norwich? Fair play to Norwich. I've got to say this. They come up. They went down. And they're on their way back up again. What a great model for a football club as well, by the way. They don't do anything stupid. They bring in players from the academy. Norwich have been an example for everyone. Brilliant, brilliant football club, Norwich. And an owner who likes a tipple. Nothing wrong with that. Paul 66A, 49 years. Wow. Andrew supported Chelsea for 48 years. It was Ozzy who made me support Chelsea. Greatest player for you, yeah. Timo Werner, thumbs up from Woodshed, I agree. What a player. Just needed to do it a little bit more often in the Premier League, didn't he? Maybe this time around next season when you come up. I think he will come up. He'll have more of an impact, maybe. More of an impact. So who do we think is going to leave Chelsea this summer? I think Giroud will go. Which one of the 5 centre-backs will go? Will it be Thiago Silva? Will he do one season in the Premier League where we hopefully get a trophy and then he'll go? Or back to Brazil, obviously, to finish his career? Will he stay another one? Will it be Tomori for just 26 million? Be awful, wouldn't it? Awful if he does. Tony Dorigo. Tony Dorigo as well. My word. Do you think Jorginho will leave Chelsea this summer? Yes. Because let's face it, we're all getting bored of his agent and him keep talking about the fact he wants to go. He's doing my head in. I said in my video yesterday, we had our bingo cards at the ready, Chelsea fans, when the international break's on. 3 things we're looking out for. Jorginho talking about leaving and his agent, an injury on international duty, and then ridiculous transfer rumours. We had all 3. Peter Barotta used to give you a heart attack, Rolly. Barotta. We've had some goalkeepers on Nizveski, remember him? Barotta we had. Who's the Russian goalkeeper we had? Can't think of his name off the top of my head again. God dear. What was his name? The goalkeeper. Curly hair. Always wore tracksuit bottoms. Dimitri Karin. There's the one. Andrews. Well done, mate. You saved me. Thank you. Dearie. I should do a pub quiz, shouldn't I? We should come up with a Chelsea pub quiz. That's a good shout, Tom. I might do that. I might do a pub quiz. So, Chelsea play next Wednesday, don't it? Dave Besant as well. That's who I was thinking of as well earlier. Dave Besant. So, Gennaro says it will be Giroud, Jorginho, Emerson, Abraham, Kepa will leave. Possibly Alonso. Do you think Kepa will go? The investment the club's made, I can't see Chelsea selling Kepa. I really can't. Frode Grodas. Bjarne Goldbeck. Yeah, I should do a Chelsea quiz. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Chelsea pub quiz. That'd be quite a good idea, that. I have to think about it next time I'm going to do one. He's got the second clean sheet to league with 14 behind Edison. Do I think he'll get the Golden Glove? Well, he won't if he hasn't got enough clean sheets. If he's behind Edison, Gary Locke, Colin Pates, we had this McLaughlin, Rugby, Nevin, Spackman, Paul Canaville. Good player, Canaville. And great to see he's up and he's recovered from his illness as well. Big up Paul Canaville. Good player. Who's the goalkeeper of the bike crash? Oh no, see, you've done it now. That's going to bug me now, Martin. If this, I'll be sitting here about 11 o'clock tonight thinking, who was that? I miss pubs. My channel on the stream's only source to keep connected to a pub. It'll be fun to do a pub. Imagine that. Gareth Hall as well. That's it. Monku, Elliot, Darren Wood, Colin Pates. So, yeah, it will be tricky. Very dirty and probably hard to watch. A pub stream. Yeah, imagine that. Norwich, who would Norwich buy from Chelsea if they did in the summer? Oh, I don't know. Who would you buy? How about, I think you might take a couple on loan, maybe. Loftus-Cheek on loan. Conor Gallagher. Paul Canaville was our first black player. He was. We've got his book. Black and Blue. Very good read. Very, very good read. Emerson, yeah. I think he wants to go back to Italy, though, doesn't he, Emerson? Dave Brown. Gareth Hall. That's another name and a half, that. Gareth Hall, my word. You think about back in the day. Erlen Jonsson, remember him? The centre-half with ginger hair. Best thing he ever did was that dive against Liverpool. I know. Look at the Desailly. What a defender he was. Absolute brilliant player, Desailly. What are my thoughts on signing Donnarumma? Well, if you sign Donnarumma, then Kepa's gone. I think the fact that a new manager's come in, and Frank Leboeuf, Carlo Cudicini, but they've said that, you know, that Kepa was, you know, we heard things that Kepa is he's a club signing. John Hollins, great player, John Hollins. He's a club signing, Kepa. Big money. They've tried to get the best out of him for a couple of seasons. 3 different managers have tried. So maybe if Kepa goes, then Donnarumma will come in. Or the other way around, Donnarumma will come in and Kepa will have to go. Or will Mendy go? Mendy still scares the life out of me with the ball at his feet, I have to say, at times. You'll know that if you watch my live commentary. John Sparrow. Timothy Weir. Thoughts on Man City building a statue of Aguero? That's fair play. Fair play if they do. Let's just think about statues outside. I mean, remember the Ronaldo statue? Deary me. That was by someone who's been drunk, done that. It was awful. Remember Fulham? And a certain statue of a pop star there outside the ground? Michael Jackson? Deary me. It's the goal. Good to see you. Welcome along. I remember it. Johnny Bumstead. I remember John Bumstead. What general he was. Middle of midfield. No messing about. Peter Rhodes Brown. Dave Brown, the favourite ever Chelsea shirt. Oh, dear. Do you know what? I'm not sure. Not sure. I really am not sure. Not any of them. Let's just say that. Mickey Droy. It's a goal. You've missed it, but Haaland won't be at Chelsea. £600,000 a week. 150 million. Mickey Droy, another one. Yeah, Indy says don't think much will happen transfer-wise until Roman Abramovich is convinced about Thomas Tuchel. That's a good shout. Really good shout. In your opinion, do you think there is a super fan? Thank you for the super chat, Switz Daniel. A super fan. I think everyone's super fans, aren't they? You think about it. I think people could go a bit too far and be a bit crazy with it. But I think football fans are passionate about football and about their team. And I think we're all super fans. Got a CFC tattoo. What does it say, Martin? Just a CFC on your leg, on your arm. I was going to get carefree there once. I've got no tattoos, I have to say. Twitch Daniel, thank you, mate, again for the super chat. Dimitri Karine. Karine was someone that, I have to say, he didn't sort of pull up any trees, did he? You got to be honest. Who was the guy who scored 50 in a season and he came? That was Jimmy Greaves, wasn't it? Do you give Werner? Give him what? Give him time? It'll be fine, Timo Werner. He keeps going. He's like Duracell Bunny. Well, you just wind him up, let him go, and he just keeps going and going and going. And the thing about Timo Werner for me, and I keep saying it, is if he misses a chance, he'll put his head down for a second or two, have a bit of a go at himself, then he'll put his head up again and he carries on going. Doesn't stop. Timo's going to be outstanding for Chelsea. Make no mistake about that. He'll be brilliant for us. Really will. And I generally believe, look at the games we've got coming up. FA Cup semi-final, Man City, Champions League, Porto. We've potentially got, if we get through, Real Madrid or Liverpool, the bin dippers in the semi-final and in the final, big players stand up. I think that Timo Werner could have a real big say on what happens between now and the end of the season. He could come good and have a real big influence on our performances and our results. And I really hope he does. Gerard, yeah, I didn't know, but Claude at Arsenal Fan TV, that was sad to see. Yeah, rest in peace, Claude, from AFTV, of course. Everyone sort of thinks, when Arsenal lose, we'll go Arsenal Fan TV will be great, but fair play to them. Fair play to them for doing what they've done. And it's sad to see that Claude has passed away. Really sad to see. So Keith says he needs football shoes. Go and buy them. It's a goal. Timo might end up like Torres. Roger Freestone. Look at that. DJ Savs pulled one out. Freestone. My word. Let's think of those Chelsea players on the chat now that we haven't mentioned yet. The ones that sort of came in and didn't really pull up any trees, under the radar, and then sort of disappeared. I'm thinking of that midfielder that was a manager recently. Is it Serbia? What was his name? The midfielder, the guy that come in and was was he number 10? He was a manager of someone that, oh God, I can't think what his name is now. You got Matthias Kesman, that's one. That's a good shout, straight off the bat. He's now a manager. What's his name? Is he not Serbian or... God, I can't think. Jukanovic. Slavica Jukanovic. Deary me. He's one. Kesman. Yusuf, I'm good, mate. Thank you. Hope you're too. Just think of like positions. Goalkeepers we've pretty much covered. Fullbacks. Mikhail Forsell. Goal scorer though, wasn't he? From the bench though. Yeah, I know this is not a player that didn't really pull up any trees. This is a player who actually had quite an influence under Jose Mourinho. Who remembers Jeremy, the midfielder, who could play midfield, he could play on the right-hand side. What a player he was. Dependra, good to see you. Gerda, Haaland or Lukaku? Lukaku, because he's more realistic. Haaland or Mbappe? None of them, because we're not going to come. Mute. Mute? Who's muting who? Thanks, Paul, for retracting that. Disgraceful comment. Ferrer, Steady Eddie, Del Horno, Asia Del Horno, signed for 1 season. Kike, what was his name? The season where we didn't sign anybody but one midfielder, the Spanish Kike. He had bleached blonde hair. What was his name? Middle of midfield. Terry Fillin, John Spencer, Mark Steen, Jeremy, yeah. Sidwell, Steve Sidwell. Kike De Lucas, that's the one. Strawberry, what? Kike De Lucas is the answer, Strawberry. Dream Boy, who's our new transfer target? I think it should be you with a name like that. What's going on there? I'm really not sure because I think we got enough at the minute. If Strawberry keeps putting a what up, he's going to get banned. There's a warning. Vernon stay for 3-4-1-2. Right. Dear me. Bjarne Goldbeck. Jakob Kjellberg. Remember him? I do. What's gone? I did warn him, but he keeps doing it. Jose TV, hello. Conan says, one day, dream is to watch Chelsea at the bridge. Hopefully, make it happen. Make it happen. Dalabona. Sam Dalabona. That's another one. God, my word. What do you think's gone wrong for United at United for Ole? Ain't got a clue. Zlatan, Ken Sletto, Gavin Peacock. There's another one. Derek, Ken Moncal. Alexander Pato. My word, he played for us, didn't he? We've had some strikers. Shubham, welcome along. Big fan for yours. Lots of love, blessings from India. Namaste. Keep showing happiness, mate. Thank you very much. Mark Steen. Torre Andre Flo. £300,000 we signed him for. What a player he was. Torre Andre Flo. Torre. Yep. Malang Sarr. Mayu Wamba. Alexa, I'm not talking to you. Deary me. She's off. Luigi Casaraghi. How unfortunate for him. Great player. Got injured. That was a bad one, that injury, wasn't it? Ian Hutchinson. Southern League. Deary me. Steve Clark. There's another one. Let's think. Yeah, so we've had, I think, Crespo, Chris Sutton, Colin Lee. Another one. Colin Lee back in the day. Deary me. Peter Rhodes Brown. Clive Walker. Wingers. Think Nicholas Anelka. Let's not forget Anelka. What did you think of Anelka at Chelsea? I thought he turned up and I thought he loved it at Chelsea. And I thought Anelka just found Chelsea as a home. I thought it was brilliant for us. Yeah, Andrei Shevchenko. Crespo. Gabriella Ambrosetti. Alan Hudson, what a player he was as well. We've had some players at Chelsea, haven't we? My word. Giuliano Belletti. That rocket at Middlesbrough. Was it Middlesbrough or was it Sunderland? I think it was Middlesbrough, wasn't it? Deco. God dear. That was under Scolari, wasn't it? I see Scolari's come out and said the two players he fell out with was Anelka and Drogba. Bergerac. Graham Lasso. Jose Bosingua. What? Manish. Remember Manish, the midfielder? My word. Jameson, good to see you. No problem. Thank you for joining. I won't be long. I'll be about another 5 minutes and I've got to go. Best player of all time, what, for Chelsea or in general? Hazard, yeah. Remember him? Hazard. Clive Wilson, Thiago. What a player Thiago was. So underrated. Yeah, I said Erlen Johnson before. Mark Hughes. We've had some players here, haven't we? Yeah, remember Ramirez? Remember him? Remember Oscar? Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Remember Hazard? Deary me. Torres. Yossi Benayoun. He was only bought to supply Torres. I remember when he signed, I was gutted. Benayoun. I thought, oh, for God's sake. Bring in someone that's going to bring competition for places. Ali Hamand, hello. Samuel Eto'o. Pizarro as well there. Khalid Boulahrouz. Tal Benaim. Deary me. There you are. Andre Schurrer. That guy. Good to see you, mate. Mutu. Chim Chiru. Who needs Wayne Rooney when you got Mutu? Dan Petresco. Super Dan. Raul Morales. Malouda. God, we could be here all night. I've got to finish in about 4 minutes anyway, so. Isn't it good to talk Chelsea and not focus on nonsense international football? God, any more names? Andre Schurrer. What a goal that was. Against Burnley away. That pass. One of the best passes I've ever seen from Cesc Fabregas and his magic hat. What a goal that was. Deary. Tommy Baldwin, Desailly, yeah, we've said them. Iron Robin. Thank you, Blue Clouds. Appreciate it. JT. Remember John Terry? Oh, dear. Ali, Iranian. I'm English. Welcome. Duffer, Damien Duff. See, a lot of people forget. God, see, there you go. DJ Sav, one of the most underrated players ever in a Chelsea shirt. Idager Johnson. My word. If you think about that first season with Mourinho, we started off playing with a diamond midfield four, and we played with Drogba and Goodjohnson up front. We beat Man United with that goal. And then Drogba got injured for a few weeks, and we reverted to a 4-3-3, and Goodjohnson played up through the middle, and you had Robin and Duff either side. That front three was absolutely amazing. Graham Wilkins, of course, Scott Parker, Andy Myers. Ice Cold Goodjohnson, Ivanovic. Remember Ivanovic? Here's one, Gary Cahill. Doesn't get the appreciation that he should. Gary Cahill won it all. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Joe Cole, of course. Remember him? Ice Cold Goodjohnson from Varna. He's the Chelsea Kimi Räikkönen. See, Goodjohnson used to smile a lot. I don't see Kimi doing that. I like the old F1, but I don't see him doing that, I have to say. Rabba, good to see you here. However, I will be closing this stream down in 1 minute because I need to go and have my dinner. So still be there, Gary Cahill. He's won it all. I'll tell you a story. Where I work, there was someone that come in and joined. And I'm sitting in the canteen. And this bloke come up to me. He said, oh, you're a Chelsea fan. You got a Chelsea channel? I said, yeah. And he said, there's one player I never rated. It was Gary Cahill. At that point, I told him to sod off. Leave me alone. And I walked off. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Jamie J, good to see you, mate. CFCB Gavin Peacock, what a player he was for us when it was on the important games as well. He turned up, didn't he? He scored. Sean Wright Phillips, Makalele, Maka 1, Maka 2, Makalele. He's that good, he's got a position named after him. What a player he was. Right, guys, I really appreciate you joining. I've got to drop off now because I've got to have my dinner. I'm on a curfew. So I really do appreciate you all joining. I appreciate the super chats from all you guys. Thank you so much for getting involved. This has been quite a good thing to see. And there's been a good response from all of you. So Carvalho, what a player. One of the best centre-halves we've had at the club. Him and Terry, outstanding. So guys, I'm going to come along and do a next live stream. It'll be live commentary Saturday, 12:20, Chelsea West Brom. Then it's going to be the Wednesday, Porto versus Chelsea. And at some point, I'm going to come on here with a Chelsea quiz. How about that as a live stream? Anyway, guys, have a fantastic evening. Enjoy England. Let's hope Mason Mount comes through it without injury and Chilwell. Anyway, guys, have a good evening. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your support as always. Like and subscribe for me. Like this video. And I'll see you all on Saturday. Have a good evening. See you then. Thanks, guys.